Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Mark Labbett stood behind the thick black curtain of the TV studio, waiting for the familiar music cue. The audience was already cheering, clapping along to the rhythm they knew well. The beast was about to enter, towering, intimidating, unstoppable. But tonight, something was different. As the stage manager gave the countdown, Mark adjusted his suit jacket, his fingers lingering a second too long on the lapels. His usual smirk didn't come. The beast, with all his roaring bravado and merciless intellect, felt like a costume he couldn't quite zip up anymore. He stepped onto the set. The lights blazed down, brighter than ever. The contestant, a nervous teacher from Leeds, gave him the customary side-eye, whispering, "Wow, he's massive," to Bradley Walsh, who chuckled and played along. The game began. Questions flew. Mark answered with machine-like precision. He knew the answers before the questions were halfway done. But tonight, each correct response felt hollow, like punching through fog. Backstage, in his dressing room after the show, Mark sat alone. The applause had faded, the lights dimmed. He stared into the mirror, not at the beast, but at the man behind him, the real Mark. He took out his phone, opened his notes app, and began typing. People think being the beast is all about power, control, fear, but the truth is, it's lonely. He paused. That was the word he'd been dodging for months. Lonely. Years of playing the villain on The Chase had etched a persona that millions adored, or feared. Kids hid behind the sofa when he walked on screen. Contestants groaned when he appeared. Fans on the street called out, "Oi, beast, don't eat me!" and laughed like it was the first time he'd heard it. But Mark had always taken it in stride. At first, it was fun, exhilarating even. But now, after over a decade, he found himself asking, who cheers for the villain when the cameras stop rolling? The irony didn't escape him. A man known for his vast knowledge, but struggling to answer the simplest question of all. Who am I without the beast? The sadness wasn't about the fame, or even the mockery. It was the realization that people only saw the monster, not the man who loved history documentaries, who helped his son with science homework, who once cried at the Lion King. He missed being Mark. At the next taping, something shifted. When Bradley made a joke about the beast devouring contestants, Mark smiled, but didn't bite back with his usual snarl. During the final chase, when the contestant won by a single second, Mark stood up and applauded. "You played brilliantly," he said sincerely. The audience went silent, then erupted, not with fear, but with surprise, and then admiration. Later on a podcast interview, Mark made his quiet admission. "I'll always be proud of playing the beast, but I've learned that there's strength in being human too. The scariest thing I've ever done is let people see me, not the character, just Mark." The clip went viral. Messages poured in, not from fans of the beast, but from fans of Mark. Parents of autistic kids who saw themselves in his quiet vulnerability. Teachers who respected his kindness. People who for the first time saw the heart behind the sharp mind. And just like that, the beast evolved. He didn't disappear, but he no longer had to roar so loud to be heard. Mark Labbett had chased down trivia titans and outwitted thousands, but his bravest chase was finding himself. And this time, he won.